Welcome to the AFC East Roundtable, a weekly live show featuring top-tier insight, analysis, and heavy debates on all things AFC East. From the best creators in the division, including Buffalo Bills creator Dan Mitchell, Miami Dolphins creator TD Phins Talk, New York Jets creator Richie from Jets Media, and finally New England Patriots creator Colby from Patriots Global. Make sure you catch the AFC East Roundtable live every Monday at 7 p.m. EST and Wednesdays at 6 p.m. EST on the AFC East Roundtable YouTube channel. AFC East Roundtable. What is up, everybody? Welcome on into the best show ever, the AFC East Roundtable. It is always a fun time coming on here live, talking with you guys, covering the AFC East. My New York Jets, we're not going to really talk about them much tonight, but we got a lot to break down regarding the New England Patriots, the Buffalo Bills. We're also not going to talk much about those Miami Dolphins after them getting destroyed. But welcome on in, everybody. Hit that thumbs up button. I'm excited to break everything down here with you all. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. The first thing I have to do before we get into the boys is congratulate my boy Colby for graduating. Colby, everybody give the congrats in the chat for Colby. It's a big thing for you, Colby. Congrats, man. Big
I really appreciate that, Rich, man. Like I was telling you before the show started, I went to a college where it's a very fast-paced program, so 2.5, 3 years straight, no breaks. My longest break is like a week and a half, and that's for winter. So I never really had an opportunity to not make content. It's always content here. It's content on my show. It's content for school. And so I've been burnt out for a while, but it's officially done. We got our bachelors in sportscasting, man. All my teachers were ESPN Sports Center workers, so some really, really great connections I can't wait to utilize here for Roundtable Sports, and graduated with about a 3.8 GPA last time I checked. I got a course award too. I got a course award for my work in my interview class. So, man, I'm excited to use that at the Senior Bowl, hopefully the Super Bowl this year too, man. And so just really excited for the next chapter.
We are really excited, man. That is awesome stuff. And
we're excited for you.
You guys think Colby's just a Patriots host? You're going to see him blossom into a star here, because you already are a star. But we're excited to see you continue to grind, man. But congrats to you. Dan Mitchell, congrats on your Buffalo Bills winning against the Browns. How are you doing today, brother?
Dude, you know what? And the holidays are right around the corner. My team is 11-4. And, man, I'm just excited, dude. I'm paving a path for the most favorable way for this Buffalo Bills team to potentially make it to the big one this year. I'm feeling good. No complaints.
No complaints. TD already got that interesting facial expression. Your thoughts, TD? What's up, man? How you doing?
What big one? Anyway, man. It's a beautiful evening. Congrats, Colby. Listen, man, the future's bright. But let's get into it, man, because Dan is on this weird high, and I have no idea why.
Feeling good.
All right. You want to get straight into it? What high are you talking about? Dolphins is cheeks. That is all, says PG. That's all. PG's out of here. He's not watching the rest of the show.
Oh, yeah, PG's. Yeah, he drops in with his daily $2 donation just to let us know that the Dolphins
even wait
to
see what we have to say about it.
No, not at all. We appreciate it, though.
Lino.
I second that. Fins are cheeks for sure. Lino TV, not wasting any time coming on in here to let us know what he has to say. So, TD, seemed like you had an interesting thing to say. We have the victors of the Buffalo Bills taking on your Cleveland Browns, you can say, because of the Shedeur Sanders. But TD, quick little thought. Why'd you have that facial expression?
Because the Bills are overrated now. I get it. You know, they sometimes they can get up to play and sometimes they just bow down. And this game that they did win, which is amazing. You know, when you win games, that's all that really truly matters. But if you want to evaluate and try to predict the future, you want to pay attention to even games like this. And it was a bad showing by the Buffalo Bills. That's not playoff football that they were playing against one of the worst teams in the NFL. Josh Allen looked like an average quarterback, had a lot of off-target throws that people are blaming drops for, but they were a little bit out of reach, just like Shedeur Sanders' interception was out of reach for his receiver.
All right, time's up. I've heard enough. We're not hearing this. They won the game. Dan.
I said that, Richie.
Yeah, but then you went on this whole little
See,
Oh, I forgot you defend Buffalo. That's your second team.
No, I
See,
don't
I-
think Buffalo. It's just like you have been wrong about the Bills more than
How?
see,
you've actually never been right about them. What?
I only make
What
one
has he
proclamation
ever been right
a
about the
year.
Buffalo
They won't win
Bills?
a Super Bowl.
Ever.
I am 100%.
That's easy. I mean, that's-
he's definitely not 100%.
the
And
win
Richie, I
total.
feel like you need to host this show more often. So like we could just cut off the delusion, right? Like we can
Yeah,
cut
I
off.
mean, give it a chance.
We can just cut off the propaganda. We can just cut off the propaganda.
Dan, do you remember the win total TD had for the Bills before the season?
Was it 9?
It was like 8 and 9. I think he had us
And
at.
then he also doubled
That's
down
because I
a few
didn't
weeks
expect the
ago.
Jets to be
A
so
few
bad.
weeks ago, he even said that 9 wins for the Bills. So I'm just letting you know, TD, just because you didn't say
Yeah.
they're not making the Super
Yeah.
Bowl doesn't mean you're right about the Bills. But
Because I
Thank
picked
you.
y'all to sweep them, Richie, and boy,
Thank
was
you.
I wrong.
Yeah.
what do you? We're gonna sweep. We still have a chance to split with them. Don't you worry. But at the end, they have 11 wins. TD, they versed us once. So nice try. But Dan, you
11.
beat the Cleveland Browns.
We did.
Congratulations. A win is
Thank
a
you.
win, and you
Win is
stay in the
win.
hunt, by the way, for the AFC East, even though the Patriots won. Your thoughts?
I don't think we're getting the AFC East, man. And
Keep that head.
it's-
Get the buzzer ready, dude.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to do it until it's official. Okay. And so I have family pictures coming up. You know, I'm glad that I was able to at least bring it down to the wire, right?
Dan,
Where I
after
can at
the
least
Super
have
Bowl.
this done.
After the Super Bowl. I'll be nice about it. After the Super Bowl.
Oh, you'll let me do it after the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I'll be nice.
Look at
It's gonna look
that,
good for the
man.
bowl.
After the
That-
Pats win it,
That's
Colby?
beautiful. That's beautiful. Thank you so
I got
much,
you, bro.
Colby. The bet was between me and Colby, so that's quality. I will buzz my head. I'm a man of my word. As far as the game, look, not a good game from
The
JA.
day after the Bills lose the Super Bowl.
Could you imagine? Oh my God. Could you imagine, dude?
The Bills lose wide left.
The TikTok that would transpire from that.
Oh my God. I'm all sad.
Bills fan
If like
loses it.
Buffalo goes and like makes it to the Super Bowl, but like it's dog walked by Sam Darnold and the Seattle Seahawks or something like that, I gotta buzz my head, dude. That would be absolutely awful. As far as the Bills game, man, like it's really just the best personification of that. This game is truly a game of inches. There's a couple of plays which could have made this game, 40-13. There's a couple of games that could have been 23-20 on the Browns side of things. Largely from what I saw from this team, it was they had a game plan and they just didn't trust that Shedeur Sanders was going to be able to beat them, and they didn't adjust. Like, dude threw 20 of 29 passes were checkdowns or play action rollouts. He was just taking a lot of the underneath stuff, and Buffalo was having trouble tackling, at least at the very beginning. But I feel like this coaching staff just didn't have a lot of respect for his game because they didn't think that he would beat them, and they just didn't. And it turned out that gamble was correct, right? As far as the offense side of things, I think that James Cook was on a snap count. I think that is something Buffalo is trying to do going into the playoffs. I think 20 plus touches was his cap. They don't want him going out there and getting injured leading up into the playoffs against a team like that. And then as far as Josh Allen, a couple of bad throws, especially on the 2 failed 4th down conversions, had a couple of bad drops too, right? Like you had Dawson Knox drop a would-be touchdown pass that would have made this a 30-20 game. You had a questionable call with Dalton Kincaid on the sideline that potentially could have translated into points. But the big story for me, and something that makes me feel at least semi-optimistic, is that quality game from our offensive line, holding Myles Garrett to half a sack. Even if you want to call it half of a sack, he was just running after him, and he was the closest person to him when he fell down in his own end zone. So for the most part, quality performance from that offensive line. Great rushing attack, and the defense ended up making plays when they needed to. On to Philadelphia.
Well, Dan, you did predict the Bills are not losing another game this year, and you've been right since you said that.
No, dude, 13-4. 13-4. I think that's going to happen. I think we take care of Philadelphia. I think we beat. All right,
the
Jets.
Why do you think that face of yours is is Dan saying something so outlandish?
Yes, outlandish. Philly's gonna beat them, and he knows it. After that performance versus the Eagles, Shame on the Bills. They do not look like they're heading into the playoffs on fire. They're escaping barely. So, hey, but they getting wins. I'm not going to knock that. Congratulations to them. But, no, I don't think they beat Philly at all. 13 wins for Buffalo.
13 wins for Buffalo. Yeah.
2 more and they get it, man. I mean,
so the thing is, like, worst case scenario, you would probably be better suited to pick teams that Buffalo is just clearly better than, because we've been struggling against the teams or playing tighter games against awful organizations. It's the good teams in which that you end up seeing the best game from this team. So that's why I'm high on Philadelphia, because you look at all of the top echelon QBs of the league so far this year. That's when you get Buffalo firing on all cylinders. So I'm excited about this Philly matchup. I love our home field advantage, and
we'll save the preview in just a bit.
Yeah, we will.
Don't worry about that.
Yeah, we'll be all right.
Colby, are you looking at the Bills like, those Bills struggle against the Browns? We got this division in the bag. You beat the Ravens in comeback fashion. You feeling good, Colbster?
I'm feeling good. Of course, I'm feeling good about where the Patriots are. And I look at the Bills and I'm like, look, they're still technically in the running and anything can happen. And this is a game of inches. And I'm not going to be one of those Patriots fans. I'm sorry. I know a lot of you probably want me to be arrogant about it, but I've seen how this story goes. And I'm not going to be one of those arrogant fans that sits back and says we have it in the bag when there is a possibility that they could still take over. But Richie, what I think is really, really funny is that when the New England Patriots beat the Cleveland Browns earlier this season, in fact, they didn't just beat them, they blew them out. The entire narrative around that game was, you beat the Browns and it doesn't matter. And that doesn't mean anything. But then the Buffalo Bills almost lost that game to the Cleveland Browns. And so, I mean, either we have to understand, wow, the Buffalo Bills, that game is concerning despite the win, or you have to understand that, okay, that win, that blowout the Patriots provided is actually a lot more impressive than people gave it credit for, but you can't do both things. You can't have your cake and eat it too. I look at this game and I say, I think Buffalo got lucky in some cases. And that's not a knock on Buffalo, because Tom Brady said this best himself. To be successful in the NFL, sometimes you just need luck. And sometimes you need the ball to bounce your way. And in a game that ended up really, really close for Buffalo, a 3-point game, I thought there were several plays you could look to where it bounced their way. I mean, several balls getting tipped there for Shedeur Sanders. You have defensive linemen intercepting the ball, which never happens. One point where the Browns offense got down into the red zone. Shedeur was cooking the Buffalo Bills defense, but then he goes out with a hand injury. Dylan Gabriel comes in and just becomes Dylan Gabriel, and they have to settle for a field goal, as where Shedeur Sanders in there, maybe they capitalize in the end zone, and this is a very different game. So I think there's still a lot of work for Buffalo to do. I think that this game against Philadelphia is definitely going to be a test on what should we expect from this team going into the postseason. But at the end of the day, a win is a win, a loss is a loss. You guys won. And at the end of the day, we're not going to look back at this game a few months from now, a year from now, and say, wow, well, we're on to 2026. But remember when the Buffalo Bills almost lost to the Browns? No, you won. That's all we'll remember.
Remember that TD? Embarrassing, dude.
So with TD will, though. And so I promise you, when Buffalo wins, when Buffalo wins their first 3 games next year in 2026, we're going to hear TD say, yeah, but you remember when Shedeur Sanders took you to the wire.
Shedeur and Dylan Gabriel, because he did play in this game as well.
Shedeur,
and... Do you have anything to add to what this conversation has been about? Seems like you're not impressed by Buffalo.
No, I mean, Buffalo is Buffalo. They're not a bad team at all. They're a great team. The problem is, that's your problem. Exactly what you said, Dan. It's the bad teams we don't play well against and the good teams we show up. What kind of Super Bowl winning team is that? They don't exist.
There's no bad teams in the playoffs.
You still lose. You still lose in the playoffs, though. So
only to Mahomes.
It's not adding up, man. Y'all almost
got
cooked by a rookie quarterback.
Where's he at?
They're all on the
ready to learn Trevor Lawrence, bro.
Where's he at?
Trevor Lawrence to the mix.
You know who's probably going to eliminate Buffalo?
Who's that?
It's going to be a team like the Chargers. Watch. I'm telling y'all now. It's going to be a team like the Chargers that eliminate Buffalo.
It's going to be Jacksonville wildcard weekend.
Based off of...
man, I like 5 teams over Buffalo right now in the AFC.
So I'll tell you what. So the only team that really made me nervous was Houston, but thankfully, to Trevor Lawrence and them Jacksonville Jaguars. All right. Looks like it's not going to happen.
They're better than Buffalo now.
We'll see.
Jacksonville.
Dude, whatever team is coming off of a win is better than Buffalo. Every
Defense
single
is just
one.
opportunistic there for Jacksonville. That's really what it is.
Playing
opportunistic.
turnover-free football on offense and turning the ball over on defense as a high clip. That's a recipe for.
Who were to know that that's the recipe for success, baby? Let's go.
Yeah, who don't know the Bills? Well, my quick thoughts about this is: listen, man, you're on the road in a game with a tough defense. Again, look around the NFL this past weekend, right? The Raiders almost upset the Texans. You had the Giants. I mean, it's the Vikings, but still, they almost won. The Titans, I know it was without Mahomes, but they were able to get a win. You have all these bad, and the Browns almost upsetting we had a lot of bad teams like play up to their standard. This is the NFL, man. It's not about like how you do it. It's about if you do it. And they live to fight for another day. And as long as they can fix their mistakes, I mean, I don't look at like a game like this and think that it should be all poo-poo and complaining and ripping apart a team for winning a game. I mean, I really think that's a little crazy. You do what it takes to win. You don't do what it takes to flood the stats. I mean, they made winning plays in the end. They got the stops when they needed to. Their special teams, their defense, obviously their offense, and James Cook. I mean, that's a formula to succeed in the playoffs, is James Cook. So we'll see.
Good.
Because that guy is an absolute stud. The best running back in the division, for sure.
Shout out to Jimbo. Currently leads the league in rushing yards. We'll see what Jonathan Taylor does tonight, but he's the league.
So that's your Buffalo Bills recap, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you guys hit the like button if you did not already on your way into the show. We have a super chat from Tom Brady, 7 rings. In playoffs, Allen is not clutch. 0-4 on road. Where you're going, 0-6 when trailing in fourth, 0-4 versus same QB. With this trifecta, no QB has ever made a Super Bowl. Career 0-6 in OT. Vance says you will lose to Pitt. That's a gem.
Tom Brady has all the facts, man.
Those
Damn.
are all clutch moments on the road.
So the 0-4, all 3 of them was to Mahomes. Where's he at?
He's got a torn ACL.
Mahomes there.
And one is Deshaun Watson.
Oh, okay.
Where's he at?
Sure.
Nowhere near a massage parlor, I'll tell you that.
Against the Chiefs
Or the
it was
playoffs.
against the Texans.
Deshaun Watson.
CJ Stroud.
Where's he at?
CJ Stroud.
Dan, just because you lost to those guys doesn't mean there's not going to be a new quarterback that you despise. Because Joe Burrow, your hate for Joey B right now, it's kind of like, he's not doing anything. He's not a threat. But
No.
As soon as somebody else who dethrones you this year,
As soon as when we beat him, he became one of my favorite quarterbacks in the league.
So it was just you despise.
My point is, there's going to be a new
That's all it
quarterback
is.
you hate.
Like, you're going to
Joe
notice
Burrow
me
does.
say like some very kind things about Drake May in my Patriots and my Ravens recap, largely because we beat him.
But then they also
That's how I do it. I only hate on quarterbacks.
Quarterback in the playoffs.
I only hate on quarterbacks if I genuinely think that they suck or
they own you.
they beat me. Come on.
Well, the
Beat you
Patriots
occasionally.
still.
So that means
Like,
you're
why do we
basically
forget
going to
about that?
hate Trevor Lawrence because you still think he sucks and he's going to beat you.
Trevor's warming up to me. 4 games in a row, 14 touchdowns, 0. We're all right.
TD?
I don't know where he is.
He bounced out. I think he was lagging a little bit.
All right. Well, that's cool. Good thing that we have Sleeper tonight. If you guys want to go check out Sleeper, they got a lot of fun things on their app. You guys can take advantage of a 100% deposit match up to $100. If you guys want to do that, make sure you do so by clicking the link at the top of the chat and get your up to $100. Now, the cool thing about it is you got Monday Night Football tonight. Colts taking on the 49ers. Build up the parlay to win up to 100 extra money. Thank you to Sleeper for being a proud sponsor of the AFC East Roundtable. Pretty epic stuff there. Okay.
Roundtable.
The round table. Let's go. All right. Let's move right along to the New England Patriots and the Baltimore Ravens game. Sunday Night Football. What a game. What a game. It started off a little bit sketchy for the Patriots. They answered back right away. And then the Ravens have Lamar Jackson injured. And then the Ravens go on a surge. They're up big time in the fourth quarter. And this was the game that Drake May did what Dan Mitchell so eloquently brought up last week that he was unable of doing yet or hasn't done yet. A clutch win in the fourth quarter. How about that?
Yeah.
So Colby, I don't know if you saw the show last week, but There was a big debate that Drake May did not do anything in the fourth quarter yet. He's not led a team in clutch time. He did that in this game.
I tuned into the show a little bit. I was riding the Cat in the Hat ride there at Universal Studios. My girl was getting nauseous. I sat her down on the bench and I said, I'm going to watch the AFC East Roundtable right now. And I did just that. But I did have people telling me after this when they're like, hey, I was reading articles. I was checking out the AFC East Roundtable, and you got to make sure that you call those guys out for saying that Drake May is not a clutch quarterback and can't come back and win these games. I was like, oh, what are we talking about? I mean, look, he didn't come back last week against Buffalo and win the game, but what did he do week 5 against Buffalo? He had a game-winning drive. And so I think the narrative around Drake May has been a little bit overblown. We saw it at times. There were times we didn't. It's something that we just needed him to display a little bit more. And in this game, he did that. This is the first time since Super Bowl 51 that the New England Patriots were trailing by 11 plus points in the fourth quarter and ultimately ended up winning. The last time they did that, right, was Super Bowl 51. So big ups to Drake May in this game. He goes 31 of 44 for a 70+% completion percentage, 380 yards. He also had 25 yards on the ground. So over 400 all-purpose yards, averaged 12.3 yards per throw, 2 touchdowns, an interception, and an overall rating of 102.5. Now, I'm not going to gas up my guy and tell you that everything was perfect in the beginning of the game. He was turning the football over. He didn't look good. But the most important thing was that Drake May learned from his mistakes. He got better, and he was clutch when the Patriots needed him the most. And that's exactly what he did in this game to win the New England Patriots the game when they needed it. And I think the big narrative is going to be from Patriots haters. Oh, well, they didn't have a Wouzier, their veteran cornerback out there, and Lamar Jackson was out for an entire half of football. Okay, what about the New England Patriots and all of the injuries that they had coming into this game and then the injuries that they sustained in this game? The Patriots were more banged up than the Ravens, and they still found a way to win this game. No Will Campbell, no Milton Williams, no Robert Spillane. You also in this game had Travion Henderson go out with an injury. Thayer Munford Jr., our backup tackle, go out. You had Morgan Moses, our starting right tackle, go out before he later on returned. Joshua Farmer, defensive tackle, out of this game. Charles Wood, our backup cornerback, goes out in this game. Carlton Davis goes out of this game. Kyrie Tonga, another defensive tackle, goes out in this game. Kayshon Boutte and Demario Douglas also go out in this game. All those injuries, both sides of the football, and the Patriots found a way to win this game. Best game we've seen from Drake May in his career. Finally gets the monkey off his back for not throwing for 300+ yards. I thought that there were some questionable moves by the coaching staff. I don't know if you guys saw the fake punt with 2 minutes left in the third quarter, down by 4 and in your own territory, and you fake a punt with terrible execution. I lost my shit. I'm going to be honest with you. I lost my shit on that one. Thankfully, it didn't bite them in the butt, and I think they will learn from that. Defensively, I thought the Patriots played exactly how they wanted. They held Lamar Jackson and Tyler Huntley to under 200 passing yards. The only guy that really gave the Baltimore Ravens any type of production was Derrick Henry on the ground, and that was the biggest thing I was concerned about. He went 18 attempts, 128 yards, 7.1 yards per run, and 2 total touchdowns. That is now back-to-back weeks. The Patriots have allowed a running back to go for 100+ on them. They miss Robert Spillane. They miss Milton Williams. And you just hope when you get those veteran guys back on defense that you are able to address this run defense. Because if you can't go into the postseason, that is going to be a massive thing that could get the Patriots beat. But you know what? Everybody's saying go out, beat a good team. Patriots went out. They beat a veteran team with good coaching, good players, and that's all that matters. Go Pats, baby.
Oh, wow. Go Pats indeed.
Go Pats, baby. I had to include it at the end, Rich.
Say it with him, TD. Say it.
Go Pats.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, TD, I got a question for you. TD, how do we feel about clinching a playoff spot for the first time since 2021?
Well, we haven't clinched. The Dolphins haven't clinched, though.
No, you clinched.
Yeah, I was talking about the Patriots.
No, you clinched.
No, trust me, you clinched. Now, someone in the chat says, how do I call in the show? If you wanted to call into the show, you got Patreon caller. The link is in the description right now to sign up, and you'll get access to the link. We take callers later on in the show for a quick little topic, and then we get them out of here. If you guys want to call in, that link is in the description. TD, sorry to cut you off. What were you going to say?
No, y'all some haters. Y'all want to act like I'm a Patriots fan just because I'm honest, okay? And guess what? You're about to get hit with 1 minute of more honesty.
Watch
Kobe,
out, guys.
man.
Honesty o'clock.
Kobe, I think all Patriots fans should feel like they're the Super Bowl favorites at this point. Not only do y'all beat up on good teams, you take care of your business.
And they have one win over a team that has it in. So
Hold up, Dan. Hold up. Because I always see Bills fans trying to bring the Patriots down, even though the Ravens were 500. And by the way, this was a playoff game for the Ravens. Nobody's talking about that. They have to win out, especially after Pittsburgh won earlier before this game. Ravens had to win out in order to make the postseason. This was a playoff game for them. They brought their best, and they still lost. Which, by the way, Dan, Bills fans talk about the Patriots haven't beat anybody good. What have the Buffalo Bills done? How many good teams have you guys beat? If that's the narrative that we want to spin.
So we took down the murderers row, the best quarterbacks in the NFL.
What teams have you beat? List it out.
Mahomes, done.
Mahomes done?
Jackson, all 4 quarters of the regular season Jackson, full strength Ravens.
None of them are in the playoffs.
None of them
because we broke their souls. We broke their souls, baby. Hey,
Kobe is directly responsible for the collapse of the Chiefs, Ravens, and Bengals.
Exactly. The Bills are directly responsible for the collapse of all 3 of those organizations this year. Murderers row, baby. We got it all.
Lose to a backup quarterback too, who played the entire game, by the way. I mean, what do we like? It's hypocritical for Bills fans to get on the Patriots saying they haven't beat anybody. Look at your schedule. What have you done? Oh, well, this game didn't mean anything because Lamar Jackson only played a half. Well, okay. You lost to a backup quarterback who played the entire game.
They lost.
We smacked a Hall of Famer a couple weeks ago in Pittsburgh.
Y'all lost to the Dolphins, too. I'm just saying. But like I said, Kobe,
it was a fluke game. It was a Make-A-Wish contest for Dolphins fans
right now. Drake May is unbelievable. And let me say this too about the Patriots. I don't want to talk about Baltimore. They cooked. Okay. Let me just say this about the Patriots. Why they're probably going to win it all. They're more prepared than anybody else. They've been through everything and succeeded. I mean, if they have to go on the road, they can win. They're 7-0 on the road. Who else can say that in the NFL? Who else can say that in the NFL? We're talking about a 7-0 road team. Like all these things stacked against them, and people want to talk about the schedule and all of this. 7-0 on the road. Quarterback is probably an MVP finalist at this point. Top 2, Stafford and Drake May. And your defense is playing great. And to do what y'all did with half the team hurt, that's impressive, man. We just need to give credit where credit is due. Their quarterback showed up big time and clutch in the biggest moment. The Patriots are the most dangerous team right now, playing, in my opinion, the most consistent football in the league.
Well, this is a big test for the Patriots, and I got to give them all the credit in the world. They deserve their flowers. I get that Lamar Jackson was out of this game, but at the end of the day, if you add the context to the situation that they were put in by being down by that, what was it, 12 points or something? And I feel like on the road, in that hostile environment, a desperate playoff team from last year that's hanging on the ropes. They're desperate for a win. And Drake May had a lot of issues early on that game and bounced back from it. I'm always about the resolve, the resiliency in game. How do you, how are you able to do just that? And I feel like that was a good example of Drake May. And, I don't know, man, because TD, sometimes, for example, your analysis of Sam Darnold last week on 4th and Forever, you said like you were getting on him and then he figured it out in the end. Same thing with this game with Drake May in my eyes. He was absolutely playing bad, turned the ball over twice, but when it needed to be Drake May time, he stepped it up and he made all the winning plays, and you got to give him credit for that to end up getting the job done. It's not about how you win, it's about if you win, and he has got that clutch gene. But the big question now is going to be the next test, which is going to be the postseason. And as a Jets fan, I am rooting for a Patriots and Bills game in the playoffs. I absolutely am. I want them to match up against each other, whether it's in the divisional championship round. I don't know how, but I think that will be fantastic. Great for this show, that's for sure.
Dan don't want that matchup.
No, I do, because I know that in the back of all these Patriots fans' minds, they don't even want the possibility of playoff Josh Allen going out there and
Actually, Dan,
in sack.
So
in
Patriots
Foxborough.
fans didn't want to see Buffalo if we beat you twice in the regular season, because statistically speaking, a team's ability to beat a single team 3 times in 1 year is not good. But now that we lost to you guys, the odds are actually a lot better. And considering we beat you in Orchard Park and then we blew a 21-point lead, we actually feel pretty good about playing you guys. We're
barely
excited for
lost.
it.
Make sure you say that. You barely lost.
And barely lost too. Yeah, so we're excited.
That would be fantastic, man. We got to do an event for that game. Last minute playoff event. Who's coming?
It's gonna be great too. It's gonna be great too, but it breaks my heart because when the Bills do win, I'm not gonna be able to see these people's faces of disgust and hatred. Like, I'm not gonna be able to do it. I'm not gonna see their faces of disgust and hatred, and I won't see them again until training camp in August. I'm gonna miss all of you when the inevitable happens. When the inevitable happens, it's so easy being
a clause in this bet that if the Bills beat the Patriots in the playoffs, but the Patriots win the division, Dan doesn't have to shave his head. There should be a clause in it.
No, I'm a man of my word. It's division. It's division heads gone. Doesn't matter. Listen, y'all are trying to act like I can't rock the hell out of a buzz cut, brother. You just wait. Okay, you just wait for the buzz cut, Dan.
No, I hope you're right. It's no buzz cut.
It's got to be pretty solid. But so the beautiful thing is, like, maybe outside of Tom Brady's 7 rings that's right in the chat and Parks, all these Patriots fans are going to disappear once the Buffalo Bills kick their ass in Foxborough. It's just going to happen. So enjoy your time now. It's okay.
You know what we don't have anymore on this whole season, which I regret?
What's
we
that?
Need to have we need to have an active role for somebody in Roundtable to be the clips guy of takes. Going back into the realm of finding takes to bring up, see how wrong or right you really are.
Would have,
because like that clip right there, I can see getting just, if hypothetically the Patriots beat the Bills in the playoffs, like that right there, saying that would go viral after the fact of him guaranteeing it, saying it with that much confidence, but they lost. You know what I mean?
Creator is wrong.
We can make that about TD throughout the whole season about the Bills. Oh, you're gonna lose this week, Dan. Just wait.
You do that? Why you do that? For the
you're gonna lose it.
So we would have hours worth. We would have hours worth of content of TD's awful takes.
I only make one. There's only one prediction that matters every year with Buffalo. You're not winning a Super Bowl. I am 100%. I'm always right. Stop saying it's easy, because Dan gets
easy. You can say that. You know how hard it is to win a Super Bowl.
Richie, how is it easy when Dan gets to sit here and say he's going to win the Super Bowl every year?
I am
a fan of his team, of course. I mean,
we are
wrong too.
We are, baby.
I mean, you're right though, TD. You know, Dan is wrong to you from that angle.
And so I just picked up some pho. I'll be right back.
Some Vietnamese. Okay, I see you. Well,
ordering food.
Let's bring in our first Patreon caller. We got Justin in the house. What up, Justin?
Colby,
Justin, you're live.
This is actually my first. Colby, this is actually my first time talking to you, brother. I wanted to say congratulations on graduating, brother. I'm very proud of you for doing everything that you can to graduate. Congrats, brother.
I really appreciate that, man. Thank you so much.
And TD.
You hear that truth?
Oh my god. Here's the truth. Real fans of NFL teams will always say that we're gonna win the Super Bowl every single year. I mean, look at Richie. He wants a consistent Jets team to win a Super Bowl. That's real fandom.
Yeah.
Me and Colby want the Patriots to win some Super Bowl because that's real fandom. Dan wants to win the Super Bowl because he's a real Bills fan. You on the other hand haven't won a playoff game in 25 years.
It happens.
And TD's the only one that says Super Bowl about the Dolphins. I'd never say Super Bowl with the Jets. You actually say it.
We get derailed by injuries, Richie. We get derailed by injuries.
Get out of here with that. I don't want to hear that. You're not. Stop it. See, this is what you do. You keep lying with these takes. Injuries.
Why am I lying?
You're fully healthy last year. You think you win the Super Bowl?
We're always on pace until we get injuries.
TD, look at the camera with a straight face, no smirk. If the Miami Dolphins are 100% healthy last year, we would have won the Super Bowl. I want you to say it with a straight face
If the Miami Dolphins were 100%,
That's what I'm talking about. What you did? You lie. You just lie.
you set me up for that. No, it was just funny in the moment, but it's serious though, Richie. We had a lot of bad breaks.
You couldn't even get to the word Dolphins. Oh, dude.
Oh man, Richie put me on the spot, man.
Did you guys talk about the report?
I gotta call out the lies, man. You lie to yourself. You lie to whoever.
Nah, it's not a lie. It's a belief. Listen, we've had some problems, but we've been a competitive team the last few years.
TD, we're talking about Super Bowl champions. We're not talking about competitive playoff team that, it looks good. We're talking about a champion of the league. Yeah. I think that's what you're missing.
We'll never know. The injury. We'll never know.
Did you guys talk about the recent report from Ian Rappaport about Mike McDaniels is coming back next year?
Well, Ian Rappaport and Adam Schefter keep going back and forth reporting separate things. Ian is saying McDaniels is safe. Adam Schefter came out today and said, based off of what he's hearing, that is not the case. It is an ongoing process, and he's still being evaluated, which makes more sense to a lot of Dolphin fans.
But Tua is gone.
Yeah, but both of them say Tua's probably done, though.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and the odds, he got the second best odds to end up on the Jets. Richie, you laughing. What if they did that, Richie? What if your organization went and got Tua? What would you say?
We got a bridge. We got to suffer.
Richie's going to praise him. He's going to be like, we got a great quarterback for the future. We got our bridge guy for the 2027 draft. Get a quarterback then. That's what it is. If you want me to be real with you.
Man, if Tua was there, Richie would be hyping him up.
No way. You act like I was hyping up Justin Fields.
Oh, man. That's what
I don't hype everyone.
They wouldn't trade in division anyway. I doubt that.
Dan's out here eating some pho, some gourmet.
Yeah. Bro's giving us a mukbang.
Shout out to Vietnamese. Okay. Love Vietnamese food.
I love it, man. You're multicultural.
Best thing of the Asian fusion culture.
I just got into Thai food recently. I never got into Vietnamese.
Thai is very good. Vietnamese pho, next level.
Oh, you nothing with all the way.
TD just has burgers every day.
Where's Thai?
What did I miss?
Thailand.
Oh, Thailand.
We're just getting into the Dolphins game.
Where's Thai?
Where's Thai? Where that about? Oh, Thailand.
Thai is in Thailand.
I get it now.
Someone's coming in saying Dan's not really going to eat on stream, is he? Yes, because I'm a grown ass man who pays my taxes, and if I want to eat pho, on a show that I helped founded, then I'm gonna do it, fool. All right, and you're gonna like it. Pho, dude.
Pho is Vietnamese.
Noodles. It's pho noodles, man. Pho. It's
like,
PHO. It's PHO.
I'm called pho.
It's pronounced pho. Yeah. Pho. Yeah. Good shit. Good shit.
What does this pho look like? I gotta see. Like,
yeah, does it look like pho?
Hold up. Right.
Oh man. Man, them noodles, man.
Nice. Are those rice noodles,
man?
Yeah, it's like rice noodles, bro.
That
dog. I know damn well that's ramen noodle.
Oh, okay.
Dan's like elegant. He's like, I eat pho. In reality, bro, put ramen.
I mean, I've heard of pho. I've heard it's delicious.
It's Andrew saying that's disrespectful. Who's trying to get your fucking respectful? Who's out here? Raise of hands. Who's out here looking for Andrew's respect? Okay, not me. Out here.
Well, the Miami Dolphins got obliterated by the Bengals. I don't think we have to waste too much time on this one, do we, TD?
No, it's important to at least bring up the fact that Joe Burrow might be a Dolphin next year.
Oh my God. Y'all tried to get him before the draft and couldn't succeed. Y'all ain't gonna do it this offseason.
No, I mean, it was a report that came out today. Right now, the Dolphins are they're like 10th in drafting. The Bengals are 8th. If they trade Waddle, they may have a package to give. They
don't need Waddle. It's the one team that doesn't need Waddle.
Up and take Mendoza.
It's the one team that doesn't need Waddle.
Huh? No, I'm not saying the Bengals. I'm saying we trade Waddle to get the assets. to help with the assets we have, and then give it to the Bengals, and they move up for Mendoza early in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
That's the
So I'll tell you what.
theory I've ever
I was
heard.
auditioning for the Dolphins yesterday.
Who?
So
Yeah.
Joe Burrow. Yeah.
You should have traded for him in 2020 when you had the chance.
We tried. We
Oh, yeah.
offered
Was
4
that
first-round
true?
picks.
Yeah, was that true, by the way, where it sounds like
Yeah.
y'all ended up sending like 4 first-round picks to Cincinnati in exchange for that?
How
That's
funny is
old.
that? That goes to show you they did not. They're like, oh, we have to settle on Tua.
Damn.
No, y'all forgot. It was worse than that. The first thing we did is offered the Bengals 4 first-round picks. They turned it down and said, heck no. This is old news. They just revisited it because there's rumors about Joe Burrow potentially going to Miami. But right after they turned us down, that's whenever the whole Flores illegal tampering with Brady on the yacht that made us lose our first-round pick. We tried to get Sean Payton and Tom Brady, but it was tampering, and we got caught because Flores left. When the owner said, hey, Tom Brady's on the way, basically, I need your help convincing him to come to Miami, Flores got up and walked off the yacht and left.
So y'all
And they
try to
met
cheat.
with Tom Brady, and we end up losing the first-round pick from it.
Dude.
Remember, we
The
were
Dolphins
the only team
lore
a
was
few years ago
just-
that didn't have a first-round pick because of that.
Mm-hmm.
So we failed on Burrow and Brady.
So I think ultimately when it comes into Joe Burrow, I think it's going to have to be his decision of whether or not that he wants to go. He's going to have to tell that organization that he wants to pull the trigger on it. Yeah.
He's also going to the Jets, by the way, if anything.
Oh,
So
could you imagine Burrow in the AFC East though?
The
Then,
best division
like,
amongst quarterbacks.
man, that would be the Jets got to get their act together. So, but we'd have the quarterbacks. It'd be Burrow, Drake May, Josh Allen.
Burrow on the Jets.
Yeah.
TD, if
Nobody
wants,
wants
if he's
to go to New
available,
York, Richie.
yeah, they do. That's
Nobody
the
wanna
biggest.
go to
That's
the
the biggest market. Joe Burrow is a star. He's into fashion. He's into all the things that thrive in New York City. And don't say the Jets play in New Jersey because that just goes to show you don't know anything.
He's a quiet person, Richie.
Like
don't
he got
want
his
the
boys
spotlight.
paid this past offseason. I feel like that'd be the dumbest thing. Get your boys paid all this money to the offense, and then suddenly you're just gonna dip out. I mean, that's a bad move.
He can't win with the boys.
He doesn't have a
not
defense.
even-
That's also in large part because he got his guys paid. And then honestly, the biggest part
Yeah.
they're not succeeding is because Joe Burrow can't stay healthy.
Yeah. It's not even so much that. It's more so, it's not that they're not winning. It's
They don't have
how
a
long is
quarterback.
my career going to last if I finish it here in Cincinnati?
Yeah, the most hit quarterback by far since Andrew Luck.
He would thrive in the biggest city on the planet, New York City, baby.
I think
he
he's
would.
either going
Be
to
the
stay a
face.
Bengal or he's going to retire. I don't think he's getting traded.
Like next year, you think?
He's
Don't
going
get
to
nervous,
retire like
though.
Andrew
Don't
Luck.
get nervous
or
if he comes
he's
to the
staying in
AFC.
Cincinnati.
He's having fun. He's having fun. Come on, man.
You
Joe
said without
Burrow,
being nervous.
come to New York, baby. Come on. But all jokes aside, yeah. Listen, whatever. That's really all we have to say about the
Nothing to
Dolphins
talk
game.
about in this game. Quinn Ewers looked like he got a little promise to him, but nothing to
Yeah,
write home.
sure. Just like Brady Cook looks like he's got promise to him too.
I mean, more like Tyler Shook.
Hey,
mean,
man,
he's doing
I was
things.
high on Tyler Shook
guy's a
in
dog.
the draft process. I love Tyler Shook.
Man, who
Everybody's
Tyler
clowning him, but he's a dog.
What'd you
Who
say?
he played? Who Tyler Shook played?
The Jets?
The Jets.
Exactly.
See,
He's been looking good the past couple
behind,
weeks
like
with
you don't
Clark,
either
though.
watch the NFL or you're just
Man, nobody care nothing about what no quarterback do versus the Jets. Stop that mess.
okay. TD, let me just ground you here. You said the same thing about Trevor Lawrence. Then what do you do the next week?
What do you
And
mean?
this is not just about what he did against the Jets. It's about what he's done since he's been playing all season
When
long.
you have a
TD.
real opponent that you can prove it, then we'll talk. But ain't nobody care nothing about what anybody do versus the Jets. Y'all the worst team. Y'all terrible, Richie. Y'all
Yeah.
like bad terrible. It's
This is
like
the first
unreal.
time. This is the first time I can actively admit. Oh yeah, the Jets are tanking, bro.
Oh, now you saying that.
No, I'm not even kidding, bro. Like Justin Fields, Tyrod's healthy. We're still throwing Brady Cook out there. Garrett Wilson's shut down for the season. They're not. He's healthy, but they're not bringing him back. Like
I don't think
this is
that
as
the
much
Jets,
of a
though,
tanking I think the Jets have ever done. Like
I don't think the Jets are purposely tanking. I think what the Jets are doing is they understand their situation, so they're in evaluation mode because Tyrod
exactly,
Taylor's
which
not
is
going to be
leads
your
to
future.
them.
Tanking.
you know Fields not going to be your future. So with Brady Cook, you want to see, is this a guy that can be our quarterback moving forward so we don't have to get one in the offseason? Or at the very least, can this guy be a backup quarterback? Because the Jets don't just need a starting quarterback in this offseason, but they also need a backup. They need a second-string quarterback too. And so that's going to be a total U-Haul at that position. And so by seeing what you have with Brady Cook, at least answers one of those questions.
No, can Garrett Wilson come back?
Yeah.
And they're not going to bring him back. They tank it. Like, if you want to help a backup quarterback determine.
Yeah, but also, like, you don't want to risk
year.
Injury for Garrett, right? You want him to go into the offseason healthy.
Yeah,
you know,
but
there's no
if you
reason
really,
to bring him back when you're eliminated.
If you're really evaluating, you want to give him a weapon to see what you actually have.
What Colby's just said is 110% accurate, right? I just brought up the joke about tanking because they are in evaluation mode and they're bringing all the youth in and bringing in guys to see who's going to fit, which is leading to them looking so bad because the roster's so bad right now. Like, it genuinely is. Trading away Sauce, trading away Quinnen. We have injuries to Mason Taylor, our starting rookie tight end. Garrett Wilson's out. I mean, we have undrafted free agent Brady Cook. This is not me making any excuses, just the reality that the Jets are trash right now.
Yeah.
And it's just where the Jets are operating like they're in off-season mode. They extended 2 of their own players. They released Alan Lazard. They fired their defensive coordinator. They're making moves like it's the off-season. Like, they're completely checked out of the season. So it's just a matter of getting to that off-season and hoping that this regime can utilize the resources that they have to make this a successful team and find their quarterback.
They're not trying to win games.
They're trying, but they're so bad that they can't.
If you try, you put everything out there.
When I say they're tanking, they're not actively going out there and like losing games on purpose. They're putting out, like, the coaching staff and the personnel department, they're putting out a product that they know is not going to translate to win. That's what it feels like.
That's tanking.
What is
when you put out a product,
exactly.
you know isn't going to win.
They're still trying to win, though.
Yeah, of course, but they know they're not because of the product they're putting out.
Yeah.
What are the contract implications for walking away from Justin Fields next year? Because he signed a 2-year or a 3-year?
It's a 2-year deal. It was 2-year, $40 million, 30 of it were guaranteed. So we're going to get out of that, maybe eat a little bit. The Jets have a ridiculous amount of cap space. It's not going to hurt them, which is why when the Jets signed Justin Fields, everyone was like, oh, you gave him that big contract. Big contract. Even people today, well, how can this regime give Justin Fields $40 million? $40 million for 2 years is nothing, dude.
And Justin wins. He gets an extra $10 million and ain't got to play next year.
For a quarterback, bro, like $20 million a year is literally bottom of the barrel. That's what the market is. That's not handicapping the Jets whatsoever. So that's not going to hurt the Jets financially at all. They're going to get out of Justin Fields' contract. And the reality is the Jets just got to find their quarterback in the offseason, or there's at least 35 different scenarios you can bring up how they're going to do it because of the resources that they have. And the only thing you can do as a Jets fan is hope that they know what they're going to do and know what they're doing. But the reality is the coaching staff and Aaron Glenn, though, I will say they definitely, it's hard to have optimism energy around the regime when you see that out there and the way they're losing games and like just looking completely piss poor. And I think the firing of Steve Wilkes was big, and the Jets are going to be looking for a new defensive coordinator as well, of course, which is going to be a big offseason move. But the reality is with the Jets, they're in offseason mode. Few weeks early, but the positive news is we moved up in the draft, baby, and there's still a path for the Jets to get to the top 2 pick, even the number 1 overall pick.
And Justin Fields is about to be the face of the CFL next year, bro.
You know that I actually have like 3 or 4 Justin Fields like super fans that come into my channel every watch party, and it's honestly blows my mind. They're like, "See, this is what I'm telling you. You blame Justin Fields," and I'm like, "Oh my really?"
Dude,
I'm like, wow. I'm like shocked. I'm like, wow, there's actually people out there that are still like holding on. Like, it's all the Jets' fault. Nothing. Justin Fields has that fault. Nothing. I mean,
play Madden, dog.
You'll get there with Tua.
I get it because I'm not saying the Jets are great
for every quarterback.
Yeah, it really is.
Just about everybody.
And it's like I don't even want to entertain anymore because I'm so past like Justin Fields. I'm not even worried about that debate like at all. Like, there's like zero part of me that cares to even like try to prove you wrong anymore. I'm like, it's tiring, but it's what you got to deal with some people. All right, let's get into some super chats. TD talks down on the Bills, but is reluctant to sit in reality. He can remember 50 years ago, but not the last few years. How were the Phins in the playoffs when they went 1-out versus with Kansas City, 26-7?
Same result that the Bills have when they play Kansas City. We lost.
And 0-6 when trailing in fourth quarter, no comeback drive. Added on to the long Josh Allen hate. He added this. Isaiah, if Brady Cook starts against us, he's going to be seeing ghosts, as a quarterback once said on the Jets. You didn't have to remind me, Isaiah, about that one. He's thriving right now. With
Dude, that's a great one.
But yeah, I mean, I said it right when the Jets made Brady Cook the starting quarterback. I said, we're not winning another football game. Like, he's that bad. Like, you can't win a game with Brady Cook as your quarterback. It's just that simple. I was in, Tyrod, you can win a game here and there. Even Fields, but not Brady Cook. Q Diggs, Burrow doesn't those Drake and Josh problems. Doesn't want those Drake and Josh problems. All right. Well, Isaiah wants to say something to Dan. Isaiah, welcome to becoming a Patreon. You're live here on the show, my friend.
Okay, you can hear me, right?
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Loud and clear.
So, Dan, I had to ask something. So let's say by miracle, the Patriots do end up facing you in the divisional round and we beat you. What's going to be your excuse? Because honestly, I feel like it's better for the Patriots to be the number 2 seed, so we actually don't play at home. Because I've heard Kobe say this before. We don't play that good football when we're at home. We play our best football, as it's proven last night, when we're facing a team away. So if we were to face you in Buffalo in the divisional round, that should scare you.
Well, thanks for the call, Isaiah. Going right at Dan.
Right.
I agree with everything he said too.
I mean, what did he say? Anyway. So the thing is that he said, what would be my excuse? I don't have excuses for this Bills team when they lose. I don't. That's one thing you can't say about me. When Buffalo plays like shit, I call them out when they play like shit. I don't give excuses. That's not who I am. I have admitted several times that why Buffalo lost a couple of games this year was due to the poor quarterback play, like turnovers, etc. So you have nothing to worry about. If Buffalo ends up getting beat, you will hear it from me, and there will be no excuses, and I will tell you why they got beat.
I think the biggest thing is more so Patriots fans. I think a better way to maybe phrase that question is, will you give the Patriots the credit they rightfully deserve if they beat you? The Patriots weren't really getting respect after they beat the Bills and they were just being called frauds.
Of course.
All right. Well, Lino, you're up next. What up, Lino? Welcome to the show.
Hey, first and foremost, congratulations, Kobe, man, on getting your degree, my man. Very big up. I do want to follow up what the last caller said, because Dan is right. We not only don't make excuses, we can't, because every time we do, we have hypocrites like TD always saying you can't use injuries as an excuse. You can't do this. But you know who does make excuses all the time? TD. Everything he does, week in and week out, he makes excuses for the Patriots. So
Example.
What you mean? You just said injuries.
No,
you
don't
just
make
said
it broad.
injuries not too long ago.
Give me an example.
Did you literally just got into it with Richie about, man, my team would have did good if it wasn't for injuries. Now, when we lost to y'all and we complained about injuries, y'all told us to stop complaining. Y'all told us, what are you talking about, TD?
Man, who hurt on Buffalo? Who hurt on Buffalo?
Ed Oliver.
Who was
the
hurt?
biggest? Ed Oliver. Ed Oliver. TD, are you listening?
When the Dolphins beat you, Lino, who mattered? Nobody. Stop.
Well, TD, he is right. You do make a lot of excuses. I literally said to you, the Dolphins, you said we were injured, Richie. That's it.
Was the definition of an excuse. Like, no team really can survive without their quarterback. And our quarterback always getting hurt. Even this year, Tyreek going down. I mean, come on, man. These major pieces.
Yeah, sure. Glenn is up next. What up, Glenn?
How y'all doing?
Great.
What's up, Glenn?
Hey, I got something on each team. Miami needs to get rid of McDaniels, blow it up, start over.
Facts.
It's over with. That team gave it up on the McDaniels already. Then, Richie, what you want the Giants to win this week. And it'd be a lot easier trade for Mendoza if the Giants lose. Giants lose this weekend so that you could switch the picks. Then, best thing about this year is Miami's don't be the reason you don't win the division again.
You're right.
And Kobe,
finally got us.
Your team's playing good, but damn, you played 3 teams with the winning record. You're like the 2023 Dolphins right now.
Hey, man, the only thing about the Dolphins, they couldn't beat a team over 500. The Patriots have at least shown they can do that when they play them, and you guys can't win in the cold. Patriots show they can win in the cold. But also, who have the Bills played that they've really over 500 beat? Well, it's something to keep in mind.
Interesting. Parks is up next. What up, Parks?
You see the narrative that you're trying to change, Bob Mitchell? First of all, two things. Two things.
Kids don't speak for me.
Two things. Bob Mitchell, where's this buzz cut coming from? No. I want you to turn around and look at Bob back there. Does he have a buzz cut? There's a reason I call you Bob. That's how I want you to look. I want you to look like him. Where's this buzz cut coming from?
Yeah, that's right. That's bald. It ain't no buzz cut.
I'm pretty sure I said buzz cut. And so
we didn't say buzz cut. Where you getting the buzz cut from?
I said buzz cut.
Another thing. Bob Mitchell, what's this narrative that you're trying? I see where these 90%ers get these narratives they try to spin. You sitting there talking about that you went through a murderous row of quarterbacks all of a sudden. But before you played Kansas City, do you know what you were saying on here, Bob Mitchell? You were saying that, when Baltimore goes on their winning streak, we will be able to say we beat them. Then when they don't go on a winning streak and you don't beat a team over 500 except us, we were on this murderous row of quarterbacks. You haven't beaten anybody. You only beat the Patriots. That's it. When we played the Buccaneers, they were leading their division, and Baker Mayfield was an MVP candidate. When we played you were 4-0. Don't do that. Don't do that, Bob Mitchell. I told you, don't act like these 90%ers up in here. These 90%ers listen to you.
What do you think, Bob Mitchell?
Bob Mitchell.
Bob Mitchell, dude. For some reason, I don't know.
You kind of like it, don't you, Bob Mitchell?
Like I'm the new TD on this show. You know what I mean? Like people just love calling in, going at stuff. I love it though. I love it.
JT up next. What up, JT?
Yo, what's up, boys? How we doing tonight?
How you doing?
I don't got much to say on the Jets. We all know what happened with them. They were tanking. But I just want to say Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, all you guys.
Thank you,
too, brother.
Holidays,
Be safe.
Appreciate y'all.
You too.
What a great call.
Isn't that nice, bro?
Shout out JT. Best call.
I wonder what team JT represents.
The New England Patriots, hands down. That personality screams Patriots.
No.
He's a Jets fan.
There's no way.
He is. He's been to multiple events. He comes in here. Not much to say about the Jets, obviously. Just wants to show love. We appreciate you, JT. Way to represent JETS Nation, baby.
That's a good Jets
Much
fan.
love. Much love.
Finally.
You know what else is another way to represent? Vitamin Energy, baby. Vitamin Energy with benefits. Dan Mitchell has been on one lately, bro, with these. And I've been trying them out, and I have been for a minute now. Guys, cannot thank you enough for supporting all the things we do here on the AFC East Roundtable. If you guys want to do us a favor right now, super chats definitely do a long way for us. But supporting our sponsors is another way that you guys can directly support Roundtable Sports. If you guys want to go to the link in the description, I'll put it right here in the chat as well. You guys can go over to their website and literally put in BOGO Roundtable and get a buy one, get one free discount code immediately. You'll buy a whole pack and get one for free with the code BOGO Roundtable. So guys, do us a favor right now. The link is at the top of the chat, and I'll show you how you can do it in case you don't really know how. You go over to the Vitamin Energy website. Look at this. They even got some cool little holiday spirit on their site, man. You can get 25% off. Little Santa hats. You go over their site. You choose your own bundle, right? They got the Immune Focus, which is another one that I personally love. This is the one that I use because I like using it for the mornings so I can focus on my days. And you can change the flavor to your of choice: grape, fruit punch, mango, a lot of fun things, right? And then you basically go on their website, you add some, and then when you go to the cart, I'm adding 3 items to my cart right now, baby. And then you on checkout, you make sure to put your discount code in BOGO Roundtable. And what that will do is give it right here. So BOGO Roundtable, put it right in there, and you're good to go. So right when you insert the BOGO Roundtable, it will put you guys in for a free pack immediately. So huge shout out to them, guys. Let us know in the chat if you buy a pack. We want to give you a shout out because you guys can literally put the code BOGO Roundtable, get one for free. You can give one away. Give the free one to your friends, family members for the holidays, baby. Thank you so much for supporting Roundtable Sports, Vitamin Energy. Cannot thank you enough. And a big shout out to the chat for supporting the sponsors here of the channel. Thank you, Vitamin Energy. All right. Now, Week 17 previews and predictions. Merry Christmas. This video is being recorded live on Monday, December 22nd, but we will not be having a live show Wednesday because it is Christmas Eve, so we're going to have a nice off night. But what we're doing right now is doing the previews and predictions of Week 17 right here and re-uploading it as well here on Wednesday night. So we're going to now preview Week 17 across the AFC East. Make sure you guys smash the thumbs up button if you did not already. On your way into the video, subscribe to the channel. We got some interesting matchups. We got an AFC East matchup. Upset alert. Watch out. We're coming. And then we got some other games as well. Let's start off with the biggest game of them all, the Miami Dolphins and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. What a massive game. Just kidding. The Dolphins can play spoiler. The Buccaneers lost their game against the Panthers, and they are basically hanging on for dear life of missing the playoffs. TD, what are you looking for in this game? Is there anything that, if you are a Dolphins fan, are you in tank mode? Quinn Ewers evaluation. Can Zach Wilson get an opportunity perhaps in this game? Why not? Your thoughts about this game coming up?
Yeah, we're in tank mode. But you know what? Tampa is a good team, and they're desperate now. They're going to be playing their best football coming to Miami. It's going to be a good game. I think that we are going to fight, though, and we are going to make a good showing out of this game. But I think the injuries are starting to pile up, and the Dolphins going out there with Quinn Ewers in his second start, he'll probably be better as well. But we're still going to come up short. We're not going to be enough for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, a team that still has a chance in the playoffs. Now, I know that they're barely better than the Dolphins from a record standpoint, but again, they're still playing for something. They're still fighting for something. I feel like there's some Dolphin players that might be making business decisions. Minka Fitzpatrick's hurt. There's other guys being shut down. Again, this is just going to be a competitive game. We'll probably take it down to the wire. I think it's going to be competitive this time, but the Dolphins will still come up short. I got Tampa Bay beating the Dolphins probably. I'm going to give it a 27-23 game.
Yeah, y'all getting blown out. Baker Mayfield's angry. You just got absolutely destroyed by Joe Burrow, who was questioning even if he's happy in the NFL. Looked like the worst version of Joe Burrow we've ever seen in our lives. And then Joe Burrow's like, oh, I got Miami on schedule. Watch this. And just completely just destroys. Baker Mayfield doing the same thing. Baker Mayfield's looking at the Miami Dolphins. He is angry. He knows that if the Panthers lose this week and the Bucs win this week, they'll have a chance for the division potentially in Week 18. TD, all that fun stuff's cute. But y'all getting smoked. Colby, what's your thoughts of this game?
Yeah, I kind of feel like if you had Tua playing in this game, that maybe it could be different. I just don't trust Ewers in this one. I mean, a rookie quarterback who he got his first star this past week. Coming into this game against the Buccaneers, I know they haven't exactly been the greatest, and that's in large part due to a lot of their injuries, but the way they run their defense, they really like to disguise it up, and they're going to show you one look pre-snap, and they're going to run something completely different post-snap. That is really, really difficult for a young quarterback in only his second start. So I think it's going to be really, really rough for you guys offensively. I think you're going to want to pound the ball as much as possible, but that is going to make you one-dimensional. This run defense for the Buccaneers at one point was top 10. It feels like they have taken a step back. So I think there will be opportunities for you guys to run the ball. But again, with that predictability, I just think that that's going to be something that does take away from the overall effectiveness of A-Chain and company. And so I agree with Richie. I mean, the Buccaneers do still have a chance at making the postseason. It doesn't look good, but they do still have a 58% chance. And that is going to, of course, start with having to win this game. So I think they're going to be motivated. I think they're going to have something to prove. I think that it's going to be 32-13.
32-13. Yeah, I think it's going to be like 41-10 around there. Similar to this past week. TD can laugh. I mean, he's laughing at the Jets. The Dolphins are just as bad, if not worse now. Dan, your thoughts? Anything to add to this game, or can we move right along?
I feel like this Tampa Bay Buccaneers team is maybe as broken as the Miami Dolphins, and the only difference is right now is that the Miami Dolphins are actually mathematically eliminated from playoff contention. But Tampa Bay is going to be desperate. But can they overcome how banged up this roster is, right? It's clear that Baker is playing through an injury. And while the Miami Dolphins defense was looking good, at least for a stretch of the season, I think it's going to be close, to be honest with you. I think it's going to be a gritty type matchup. I think the Buccaneers win, but I think it's going to be 3 to 4 points, I'd say, to the Buccaneers. We'll go 27 to 23 Bucks.
Well, let us know your thoughts in the comments. Who do you guys got winning the game? Score predictions. Hit that thumbs up button. We appreciate you for the preview. Now, moving right along to the next game of the week, we got an AFC East battle between the New York Jets and the New England Patriots. They have the same exact record, just flipped around. And yeah, the Jets are at home in this game. The Jets actually offered me free tickets to this game. So if you guys are interested to go, let me know. I'm not taking them. I'm not going. But if you're interested, I don't know if you want to go, Colby, but yeah, I have 2 free tickets to the game. After the Jets called me about the group prices for next year, if I want to renew and everything, like, yeah, we're giving our loyal people free tickets to the Jets Patriots game. And I'm like, thanks.
No, thanks.
But yeah, I mean, the Jets with Brady Cook, I said this many times. As soon as the Jets made him the starting quarterback, I did not predict them to win another game for the rest of the year. He's just that inexperienced and just does not have really much there. There's not a lot of talent around him to help him either. Garrett Wilson's out for the rest of the season. Mason Taylor is dealing with a neck issue. I think he's going to be done for the year after having a promising rookie season. And then Breece Hall, I mean, he's about to get 1,000 yards on the ground for the first time in his career, probably in this game, because he's like 40 yards away potentially. But the Jets are going to get smoked potentially. I mean, I would like to see a competitive game. The defense trying to find their identity by firing Steve Wilkes. We got Chris Harris as their defensive coordinator. So I really do expect the New England Patriots to come into this game with the AFC East on the line still, with the Bills still right behind them, to come into the MetLife Stadium and do what they need to do. I think that the Jets are going to play hard and they're going to do their best. And the only chance the Jets have in this game to keep it close, as sad as it is special teams to carry us, because that's our only option to score points, because our offense can't do it, but special teams can. So that's my quick preview about this game, as the Jets are focusing more on the Giants and Raiders game, because there's a chance that the Jets can get in the top 2 in the draft after this weekend if all things goes our direction. So we'll see. And which is why Jets fans were passionately rooting for the Browns to beat the Bills, by the way, because if the Browns beat the Bills, the Jets would have leapfrogged them in the draft, but they weren't unable to do that. But Colby, anything to add on your end in this game? You using this as a tryout for the playoffs, or people just going to keep feeding the narrative? It's the Jets. Who cares? You beat the Jets.
Yeah, of course,
we're going to beat y'all, by the way.
narrative.
Like, still a possibility.
It's going to be the narrative, of course, Richie. And it is true. This is a situation where it's like, you take care of the Jets, you take care of the Jets. I think you want to confidently win this game and make it another blowout if you're the Patriots, provide your 5th blowout of the season. If you win close, you win, and that is what it is. But I think you're really providing, or you're looking for them to provide a confident win. Patriots have done really, really well against the AFC East this year. Their first loss coming to the Buffalo Bills 2 weeks ago, where they dropped that 21-point lead. Obviously, a couple of weeks ago, the Patriots did play the New York Jets in Gillette Stadium, where they won 27-14. And I actually felt like that should have been a much larger blowout, but the Patriots just kind of shooting themselves in the foot, missed field goal. I feel like they left a lot out there, and hoping they don't do that this time. Milton Williams could return from injured reserve this week. We'll ultimately see if that does happen. One thing the Jets have going for themselves in order to win this game is the Patriots do have a lot of injuries. Who's going to play in this game? Who isn't? Honestly, I wonder if the Patriots look at this type of game and they say, let's rest some of our starters. If these guys had to play, they could, but it's the Jets, so let's maybe give these guys a little bit of extra rest in preparation for the upcoming postseason. That, of course, is a storyline to watch. If the Patriots win this game, they will go undefeated on the road for the 2025 season. And I think that's a true testament. They've done really, really well on the road. I think they're going to do the same thing. My biggest concern isn't about winning this game, Richie. My biggest concern is just stay healthy. We see that MetLife Stadium is always taking ACLs, Achilles, they're taking ankles. Patriots had a lot of really bad injury luck as of late. Make sure you come out healthy. That is the biggest priority. But look, Brady Cook doesn't have a lot of mobility to him. I think that Breece Hall, Braylon Allen, they're going to find some success in the running game. But I think there's going to be a lot of
injured for the whole year since week 3.
Oh, Braylon Allen's been injured?
Yeah, he got hurt.
Wow, dude, I've really not paid attention to the Jets then.
He's been out for the year.
And nobody troll Colby for not knowing that, because none of us knew that.
Dude,
I didn't know that.
You guys
Bills
don't
fans,
know ball,
Patriots
man.
didn't know that.
Dude, you don't know about
The
Isaiah
Jets-
Davis
Don't
getting
Colby
back
not
on?
knowing that an RB2 from the Jets has been out since week 3. Okay?
The
No
Jets
one
have
knew
been
that.
so bad. I didn't even pay attention. I totally forgot that Braylon Allen's been injured. But Brees Hall, I think that this could be a good game for him. But I do think that you guys know what I'm trying to say. The predictability, excuse me, there
Yeah.
for
Predictality.
yeah. I graduated, but you wouldn't have thought I did.
all
But I think because of how predictable them being with wanting to run the football there with Brees Hall, I think that is going to take a lot away from the running attack. The Patriots are going to sell out completely in order to stop the run. You don't have Garrett Wilson in the passing game. So I think this is load the box, stop the run, send out blitzes, get to the young quarterback that's in his second start in the NFL, and you should be completely fine.
Yeah, that's been the game plan. Loading the box, shutting down Brees, forcing Brady Cook to throw, and he can't. And we stink from that perspective. It's like it's not allowing Brees to go. It's a recipe of disaster. Huge shout out to Eric who purchased his Vitamin Energy Pack. Let's go using the code BOGO Roundtable. If there's anybody else in the chat, please let us know. If you guys want to check them out, you can see it on the top of us. You got vitaminenergy.com using promo code BOGO Roundtable, getting one for free as you check out. Get one for yourself, get one for your friends, your family members, whoever. You won't be mistaken. All right. So anything you want to add to this game, TD? Your Patriots going into MetLife.
It's a bye week for the New England Patriots, going into a difficult game for them in the last week of the season versus the Dolphins. They'll take care of business. The Jets will find a way to lose this game, even if the Patriots had a bad game. I think they go in here, take care of business, get in and get out, and make it that simple. Nothing to really break down in this. A matchup, they win every matchup. The only thing that the Jets might have going for them is their special teams, but the Patriots are solid too. So
I don't know. That fake punt looked a little sketchy.
Yeah, but that's them trying some stuff before the playoffs. That's all.
That was the worst play call I've ever seen in my
life. That was
life.
the worst fake punt attempt I think I've ever seen in my life.
Why would you also call it on a 4th and 10 down by 4 in your own territory?
Yeah, that was brutal. I mean,
yeah,
it wasn't
they tried it then and didn't try it in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, but it's also one of those plays where if it worked, it's like genius, but big risk there. But Dan, anything you want to add to this game, or you're a Jets fan this week?
No. I think the Patriots are going to win this game pretty handedly. I really don't see a world where I need to dive into pretty deep analysis on this. You said it perfectly earlier on Monday when we were doing the recap episode, is that this Jets team has all but accepted and embraced the tank, right? Like you're rolling out, sub-level personnel to execute a system that I'm not even entirely sure a lot of them are on the same page with. I think that this New England Patriots team walks all up and down the field. I think this is a Drake May in a baseball cap type game by the third quarter.
Yeah, that's sad. Let us know your thoughts in the chat. What's your score predictions of this game? And don't forget to hit that thumbs up button as well. A big game in this one, the final game that we'll be previewing here, is between the Buffalo Bills and the Philadelphia Eagles. It's a big one. Now, the thing I have to say right away is, are the Eagles playing for anything other than seeding in the NFC? Because they won their division. They don't really have much to play for. The Bills, I guess, they're not technically clinched, but they don't have much to play for either. But both teams are playing their starters, right, Dan?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't know.
Yeah. We're not going to be resting anybody. There are a couple of players that got banged up last week against Cleveland that I could see us saying, yeah, it's cool. You could rest up until the playoffs. Like, you hit the nail on the head on this one. Where the Philadelphia Eagles stand, they have like a 99% chance of being the third seed. They're not going to get the second. They're not getting the first. They're definitely not getting the fourth. A lot of really weird stuff has to happen for Philadelphia to move from their current spot. So I don't know what team I'm going to see coming into Buffalo, because it genuinely means nothing to them. As far as the Buffalo Bills, like from my perspective, really don't mean much to Buffalo either. I'm not sure how much Sean McDermott really values winning the division at this point, especially since the Bills' Achilles heel in playoffs past, or struggles we've seen in recent playoffs, has been us piling up on injuries in the last few weeks of the regular season, which ultimately ended up hurting us. But I don't know, like, who is going to win this game based off of what sort of effort they're going to be putting out there. If I'm the Buffalo Bills and I'm expecting that this Eagles team is going to go out and play some Eagles football, then I think the number one game plan here is obviously to do whatever you can to establish the run on this team. That's how you end up getting them. Very good secondary, best secondary in the NFL for opposing quarterback completion percentage. So I think that you really need to test James Cook in this situation. You need to be able to leverage some of the mismatches that you're going to see underneath. But, I mean, really at the end of the day, don't know what version of both teams we're going to see. If both are playing at their highest level, I'm going to have to lean Buffalo, especially since they are at home. And fun fact, this is the only team that Sean McDermott and Josh Allen have not beaten in their career. It's the only one. They're 0-1. They have beaten every other NFL team. I think strangely this means a little bit to them. So I feel pretty good about it. As far as defense, I'm sure Saquon will certainly get his chops, but say that I could call anything as far as a hot take, I think that our secondary ends up shutting down Jalen Hurts. Fun fact, this secondary is holding quarterbacks to the fourth worst completion percentage all year. So our secondary is certainly doing things. But
wow,
I'll take the Buffalo Bills winning this one. And again, I don't know like how inspired either team is going to be. 28-21 Bills.
Well, I'm hoping AJ Brown gets something to go because I got him in my fantasy championship this weekend, and I'm scared that he's not going to be heavily involved in the game plan. That scares me. We'll see. I mean, listen, it's really tough. You know, you're at this stage of the season, two teams that are playoff teams that don't really have a lot to play for. Really hard to break down. I'm pretty sure Dan gave everything we need to know about this from a Buffalo Bills perspective. Is there anything you'd like to add, Colby?
Both teams have just been wildly inconsistent, and I think that that's what's so difficult to predict this game is you've seen Buffalo lose games that they shouldn't have and build up a lot of this inconsistency, losing against the Texans, losing against the Falcons early on in the season. What exactly is this team? We don't know, but it's the same exact thing with the Philadelphia Eagles, who have really just taken their foot off the gas ever since they won the Super Bowl. So I think this is going to be interesting because these are two teams that have Super Bowl potential to be some of the best teams in their respective conferences. But again, a lot of that inconsistency makes it questionable on what exact team is going to show up for both of these sides. So I think this game is going to come down to which team does show up, which team is the most prepared, and which team takes, most care of the football. Jalen Hurts has not been good this year, more specifically when it comes to passing the football. I think from a roster standpoint, there's absolutely no debate that the Philadelphia Eagles do have the better roster. So if they can live up to those expectations and live up to the talent level, then Philadelphia should definitely win this game. But they also haven't exactly offensively gone with their playmakers, right? They haven't gone to AJ Brown enough. They haven't been running the football enough with Saquon Barkley. And so it's hard for me to say that in this game, they're going to do what their strength is because they haven't done that all year long. But obviously as a Patriots fan, I do hope that they look at this, run Saquon a lot, give him a lot of checkdowns, because if you can do that, give the ball to Devontae, give the ball to AJ Brown, then they very well can win this game. I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be a fun one. It's hard to predict. I think that the offense for the Bills will have a good game. I think that this is going to have to be a shootout. What team puts up the most points is ultimately going to be the team that wins. But I'm going to take the Philadelphia Eagles in this one. I just trust the roster a little bit more in what I expect to be a close game.
How about you, TD? You got the Eagles winning by how much?
I got the Eagles winning probably by like 4 points in this game. It's going to be a close one. I think the Eagles are going to run the ball on Buffalo. And also, this is actually a perfect game for Jalen Hurts to get right, because the Bills this season, if you really watch them, they love to take away the deep ball and the intermediate. They really guard that very well. They force you to take all the underneath stuff, just like they did this weekend with Shador, and he took it. But Jalen Hurts, he's the master at that. Jalen Hurts is about to dink and dunk the heck out of Buffalo in this game. The only difference between them and the Browns, they're going to be more sound doing it. They're not going to have as many batted down passes and different things like that. They're going to methodically move down the field, wear the defense out, and run the football, dink and dunk, run the football, and they'll keep up with the Buffalo scoring, because Buffalo's going to score. And it's going to come down to who makes the mistakes first. And I think Buffalo is going to make more mistakes than the Eagles. I think it's a great offensive day for the Eagles, just not stretching the field, going deep. Dink and dunk, run the football, eat the clock, keep it in that range, and then take over in the end with Saquon when the defense is worn out. I just really think that's what's about to happen.
All right. Well, you heard it here first. I got the Bills winning. I think that the Eagles don't really have much to play for. The Bills have more to play for. So give me that team, especially at home, and they're getting their rhythm. And I'm curious to see how this game ends up being shaped up. So, guys, let us know your thoughts in the comments of all of the games this week across the AFC East Division. We appreciate you guys tuning in as always. We got to give a big shout out to RotoWire for being the ultimate fantasy football tool of Roundtable Sports Network. This is Fantasy Football Championship for me this weekend. Dan Mitchell is in the Fantasy Football Championship in our Roundtable League. So RotoWire is a big reason for that, but you can leverage RotoWire not just for fantasy football, but for your sleeper picks and your daily fantasy. So you go over there, you pick, they will literally use the algorithms of all the data you possibly need to predict who's going more or less on their respective player prop stat. You can win up to 100 extra money over there on Sleeper, but go check out RotoWire. And then Sleeper, of course, is our proud daily fantasy sponsor where you guys can get a $100 deposit match up to $100 by using the code RTS. That is code RTS, Roundtable Sports, to get your stuff there on Sleeper. Huge shout out goes to them. Happy holidays, everybody. We thank you for tuning into this show. We're really excited for this week coming up, and happy holidays to everybody watching. Next week, we got a Happy New Year to celebrate, and I'm very thankful for everybody that continues to watch the AFC East Roundtable. Anything you'd like to say before we wrap things up, Colby?
Hey, man, of course, appreciate you guys as always. Feels good to be back. Was out last week, and only one episode. We were here on Monday, but it certainly felt off. So appreciate everybody for the love and the appreciation for the graduation wishes, man. I'm really excited for the next step here on Roundtable Sports and what we're doing here at the AFC East Roundtable. So it's going to be a good week, and postseason, man. Postseason, we are coming for you.
How about you, Mr. Dan Mitchell himself?
I'll tell you what, man. I hope all of you have a very Merry Christmas or whatever you celebrate there with your loved ones. Stay safe, make good decisions, and we look forward to being back here on Monday, unpacking everything we learned from NFL Week 17.
Salute. Tony Dow, how about yourself, my friend?
Hey, great times, man. Congratulations to the Buffalo Bills and the New England Patriots for representing the division. Jets and Dolphins at the bottom. We're done for the season. But we got some good football this weekend that we'll enjoy. And we'll see how it all ends up, man. Exciting times.
Exciting times indeed. Shout out to the chat. Hit the thumbs up button if you did not already. We appreciate you guys big time. As we got a super chat from Mel BJA, also becoming a new member. Love everyone on the show, especially Colby and TD. Pats. He's so entertaining and he keeps it real, Pats fans. Look at that. You got Patriots fans showing TD love. Shocker.
Just keeping it real.
Thank you so much for the love. We appreciate that. And thank you for becoming a member as well. Cannot thank you enough for that. Enjoy the rest of your evening, folks. We're out.